Good morning. Hey, it's Angie. How's everybody doing? Um, so it is Wednesday, and I'm very happy to be here with you guys. Unfortunately, it's going to be a quickie because I have an early appointment scheduled today. So let's just do this, shall we? While I'm waiting for my chat to come up, let me remind you that my name is Angie Atkinson, and on this channel, I offer free daily video coaching to help you discover, understand, and overcome narcissistic abuse in toxic relationships. I like to call it toxic relationship rehab. So if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button and let's get going. You'll see a little heart in the corner there. That's the one you hit, or if not, the button right below that. Good morning, Mr. Malta. Malta says that, welcome to Morning Coffee with Angie Atkinson. And if you are experiencing technical difficulties with audio video, please refresh your stream. All right, now I'm just waiting for it to come on in here. Let's see. Come on, chat. Feel like it's trying to drive me crazy on purpose. Oh, here we go. Okay. Good morning, Rick. Rick Mash is in the house. Cheryl Wooster's in the house. Good morning, Cheryl. SM is here. She says, good morning, Angie dearest. Started cortisol ease. Slept 7 good hours last night. I needed it. Oh, very good. She said it was critical at this time. Aja Red is here. Hey, Aja, how you doing? Malta says, my appointment is finished and I made it. Yay! I almost put your name in the title today, Malta, but I wasn't sure if you were going to be there. I'm so glad you're here. Donna Doherty says, good morning, beautiful people and beautiful Angie. Well, thank you. Good morning, beautiful Donna. How are you? And we have Rock AngieLive in the house who says, hey, everyone. Hi, everyone. Oops, I lost my spot. Here we go. SM says, my son has relapsed back doing drugs again. I'm heartbroken and devastated. Oh, sweetie, I totally feel you. I'm so sorry. That is so difficult. You know, a lot of times when people are very sensitive to the world, they find themselves becoming addicted to drugs and alcohol and things like that, and it's terrible, and I'm so sorry. The best thing you can do, SM, is to just keep trying to support him and maybe try to, and I don't mean financially, and maybe try to see if you can get him to go into rehab. A lot of times health insurance will cover certain rehabs, so that's something to think about. Can you guys hear me okay? Because on my screen I'm frozen. Let me just double check. Okay. Let's see where I was here. I'm just going to keep going and assume I'm good. Timothy Iser says, good morning, beautiful survivors. Good morning, Timothy. How are you, my friend? Muffy says, good morning, tribe and family. Good morning, Angie and Malta. Good morning, Muffy. And good morning, Rena Domingo. She is back. Good morning. Gosh, there's this weird little fly in here. And Phyllis, Malta says good morning to everyone. Phyllis says good morning. Good morning, Phyllis G. Welcome back. Barbara's in the house. She says good morning. All not doing too well today. I'll be crying most of the night, and I've been crying most of the night, I assume, and woke up this morning in tears. I don't know why I cannot shake this man. It's only been 6 months now, and I'm not doing good. So, Barbara, yesterday you were telling us that you heard bad things about, or you heard that he was sitting around his house and you expected the Hoover to come. What's changed since last night? Rick Mash says, Angie, what are your thoughts on DPT therapy for NPD and BPD? I think that there are possibilities there. I think the person has to want to change. Rick, and I in your case, maybe there's a possibility that that person can change. I've never seen it work for NPD, maybe for BPD. It could work. Jihan says, my friends are tired of me speaking about it and believe I am overreacting, but I'm not. Narcissistic abuse is the ultimate challenge. Nobody feels like we do. Yeah, your friends just don't understand what you've gone through because they're not in the same, they've never experienced it. And if you haven't experienced it, you can't possibly understand the extreme issue that comes along with it. So I'm feeling you on that. That's why we do these chats, Jehan. Sometimes your friends can't hear about it because they don't understand. So I'm glad you're here with us. Brittany Sherrod says, good morning all. Good morning, Brittany. How are you, honey? Jihan says, I feel guilty for feeling bad because the abuse. I don't know. I've wasted lots of time on this. Well, sweetheart, you have to go through the healing process if you're going to be able to move forward. And I know that it's hard when your friends can't feel you on that, but keep it in mind. Oh, look, Nadia's here. Hey, Nadia, how you doing, honey? She says, good morning, Angie and everyone. Good morning, my love. How are you? How are things working out with your situation? Let us know. Cindy Minton says, good morning to everyone. I hope you're doing well today. Yes, Cindy, thank you so much. And I hope you're doing well today. You guys, just so you know, I've only got about 10 more minutes, and I'm so sorry for making it so short today. I have an early call, so I just want to let you know in advance what's going on. But of course, tomorrow we should be able to have a longer session. And I'll be back later today with another video, of course. All right, Cindy Minton says, good morning to everyone. Okay, Jihan says, I'm tired of obsessions. I feel you, Jihan. It's a process. Maybe you need to start focusing on other things for a while to see how that goes. I'm not sure how you feel about that. Aja Red says, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Aja. Rachel Campbell is back. Hey, sweetie, how you doing, honey? She says, good morning, Angie. Good morning, Miss Rachel. Buffy says, we should all travel once a year and have a coffee meet and greet. Girl, I've thought about that so often. Would you guys all travel to St. Louis for me? SM says, I cried all night and broke down. I am in a mess. Oh, sweetheart, I'm so sorry. I totally feel you. And it's so scary when your children are doing dangerous things. It's very painful. I totally have you. If there's anything that we can do to help, please let us know. I know it's painful, but just remember that if you can't control it, there's nothing you can do. I think the best thing you can do is reach out to your son and let him know that you're there for him, and then try to step back. I'm assuming your son is an adult. If I'm wrong, let me know. Stop the Chaos says, can you explain this rubber band effect I keep having with my husband? 23 years, 2 months divorced. It's like when the distance finally comes, one of us reaches out to check on the other. Well, Stop the Chaos, part of the issue there is 23 years, my friend, because you guys have been in each other's lives for like probably most of your adult lives. And 23 years is a long time. And you've had a history together, and it's like you have become family. You have become family, and so certainly it's natural for you to want to know if he's okay, or for him to know if you're okay. Unless, I mean, if he's a narcissist, even a narcissist might have familiarity things, and if you spoke to him every day for 23 years and now you're not speaking to him, it certainly could be one of those things. I would suggest that there are addiction issues on both sides, because we find ourselves addicted to the fights, the ups and the downs, the adrenaline rushes, that sort of stuff. But honestly, 23 years, I mean, I can't blame you. I would suggest that you do your best to try to keep him out of your head as much as possible while you're going through this healing, and try to keep moving forward. It's very difficult. I can do a video for you about this if you want. Stop the Chaos. Just let me know. Jamie B says, good morning. Good morning, Miss Jamie B. How are you, my love? I hope you're doing better than yesterday. SM says, cortisol is calming me. Very good, SM. Aja Red says, yep. Jihan says, how to stop being a perfectionist after narcissistic abuse. I mean, it ain't bad, but it can be overwhelming. Jihan, I feel you on that. And you know what? I did a video called Stop Trying to Be Perfect, I think it was called, about this exact thing. Because the thing is that we spend so much time trying to be ideal, be perfect for the narcissist. And when that doesn't work in our favor, which it never does with a narcissist, we may, there have been eating disorders that have developed, alcohol and drug problems, things like that. But if we may become a clean freak, we may become, a perfectionist about something else, like going out in public must look perfect, blah, 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 whatever. So what you have to do is take steps toward changing that. So one of the things I did, this is silly, but for a while I did videos in the mornings without makeup or hair done, and I looked awful in those videos. But for me, that was a way of sort of letting go of my need to be perfect all the time. Not that I'm even remotely perfect, but letting go of my need to, like I typically don't leave the house unless my hair and makeup are done, unless I'm dressed to a certain point and whatever. And so going through that was useful for me as a therapeutic tool. And I think it helped other survivors to see that, we're all just regular people. So I don't know if that's helpful at all, but check that video about not being a perfectionist on my channel. And if you need more information, Jihan, let me know and I'll do another one for you. Nadia says, hey, Jamie B. And SM says cortisol ease. I've never heard of cortisol ease, SM. I'm interested in knowing about it. Rachel Campbell says, oh, geez. Rachel Campbell says, my ex-narcissist came back recently after 3 months. He apologized for everything. I waited to hear months beforehand, and I was so mad. Well, I'm glad that you didn't fall for it, Rachel. That's typically what they do. He's probably trying to hoover you, Rachel, because you have been away from him, because he doesn't have control over you, because he has gotten bored with a new supply or needs some more supply from you. So that would be my guess. And I'm really proud of you for not, I think you did. I think you're saying you didn't fall for it. I'm really proud of you for that. Jamie says, I'm so sorry you're having a bad time, SM. Sending you love. Awesome. I totally agree with Jamie on that. Ms. Hope Bradford is in the house. She said, good morning to all. Let's stop considering accepting apologies from the personality flawed. Interesting. I like the way you put that. She says, we must know that an apology is when the offense is not intentional. Very good point, Hope. She says narcs deliberately destroy. She's absolutely right. And that is an excellent point. Apologies are for people who don't intentionally hurt us. I mean, that's who we should accept apologies from. Narcissists intentionally hurt us. Jamie says, Nadia, how you been, girl? Jihan says, how can I clear this pretty little mind of the negativity? Jihan, one of the things that you can do is begin to focus on what you can control and not what you can't control. I've got videos on getting rid of toxic thoughts. I'll work on some more for you, so stay tuned for those, okay? Hope Bradford says they are not sorry, so ignore their apology, and I agree with Hope on that, at least up to a point. You can accept their apology, but that doesn't mean you have to let them back in your house, your life, your bed, whatever. Good morning, Colleen. How are you, honey? I haven't seen you in a while. Colleen is in the house. Colleen Brosnan. Irish Indian says, good morning, tribe. I am under the weather today. Good vibes my way. And for a friend, too, they are sick as well. Good vibes to Irish Indian and her friend, everybody. Sending good vibes to Irish Indian and her friend. Michelle Soul says, good morning, awesome survivors. Good morning, Michelle. How are you? Muffy Lewandowski says, I can hear you. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you. Good morning, Dustwalker73. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Dustwalker says, morning all. Phyllis says, my soon-to-be ex-hole, Phyllis, that's good, claimed he wasn't seeing anyone else. He received a package in the mail yesterday that was torn open. It was lingerie, liar. Oh, Phyllis, I'm so sorry that you had to see that. Did he say anything to you about it? Did you confront him, or did you just make a note of it? Nadia says, my soon-to-be ex-narc hubby father passed away this past Friday. I wanted to go to the prayer service, but was scared his sisters would bombard me, so I didn't. I felt sad because he was my father-in-law. Oh, sweetie, I totally feel you. And you could have gone, but I'm kind of glad that you didn't, because you're right. You definitely would have heard it from someone, I'm sure, because certainly they won't be able to see that you left for a good reason, even though they may be aware of his behavior. That's an unfortunate thing about some people. Let's see here. I'm glad you're back today, Nadia. I hope you're healing okay from that. I know that's really difficult. Rachel Campbell says, Rick Marsh, I have BPD, CPT, and DBT work amazing. There you go. And I know Rachel is just the sweetest person. She's, we've talked before about BPD versus NPD, and they're two very different things. Even though some people might think they sound similar, the difference is that those with BPD definitely have some empathy. So, among other things. All right, let me get back to where I was. Okay, Abigail says, hey, Abigail, see, how you doing, honey? She says, good morning, all. I have a question. I left Monday afternoon. Wow, congratulations, Abigail. She says, in the middle of the night, he wrote, I love you, but I'm confused by you and upset with you. Let me look for the rest of hers. I asked him why he was upset, and he ignored me until last night. He asked me how my day was, and when I didn't answer, he called 28 times and texted me to please answer throughout the night again. I responded earlier that I went to sleep. He wants to talk. Is this hoovering? Yes, it's hoovering. Absolutely, of course it's hoovering. Abigail, I don't want you to fall for this. If you left for a good reason, you left for a good reason. You do not have to definitely he's hoovering because he's, as you can see, he's trying to suck you back in. So keep that in your ideas. Keep that in your mind. In the middle of the night, see, I love you. You left, right? And in the middle of the night, he said to you, I love you, but I'm confused by you and upset with you. Okay. So what he's doing right there is he's flipping it around and making it about you doing something wrong and not him, Abigail. So I don't want you to see, and him telling you I'm upset with you, that's blatantly, that is blatantly putting you in the position to call him back. That's what he wanted. He wanted your attention. He got it. So next time, don't fall for it. Do you guys have kids together? Is there a reason you haven't blocked him from your phone? Just curious. Malta is unable to pick up the video stream, so he's going to leave for now. Okay, Malta, big hugs, honey. Thank you for trying. Barbara says nothing's changed since last night. I did miss him all the time, and I guess talking to the old friends that we used to have in common wasn't a good thing for me because it makes me wonder even more. Okay, well, now you know, Barbara, and it's time for you to move forward and try to feel better. Okay, sweetheart, it's a process. And I know that you were having such a hard time, and I feel so bad. I wish I could just come over and give you a big old hug. But I know that wouldn't solve the problem. So maybe you don't want to talk to the old friends for a while until you're feeling a little stronger. Is that a possibility? Abigail C says, I asked him why he was upset and he ignored me. Okay, I already got that one. Good morning, Tommy D. How you doing, honey? Patricia Davies is in the house. Hey, Patricia, how you doing? Nadia says, on the announcement of the local mosque for who he was a father to and who he left behind, they did not put my name on there. I admit it hurt a lot, and I know my ex-hubby told them that. Yeah, Nadia, I can feel you, honey, and especially when, having been with him as long as you were, he is kind of a father to you, or he may have been. I know that I was tight with my ex-in-laws for a long time. My ex-mother-in-law passed away, and my ex-father-in-law has since remarried, and so we weren't really, she was never actually my mother-in-law, you know what I'm saying, the new lady, but she's very sweet and they're very kind. We haven't really seen them much lately, but they're nice people and I have nothing negative to say about them. Let's see here. Aja Red says, my PTSD is disabling me right now. I divorced my narc of 7 years in July. The excitement of freedom is now replaced by this. Yeah, Aja, this is very difficult. Let me see if we have any additional information from her. Okay. I don't see any. Okay, where did I go? Oh boy. Oh boy, there's lots of chats, and I'm getting ready to have to go because I have a call in 4 minutes. Tommy says road trip, woohoo. Oh. Okay, you guys. Aja, I'm going to answer this question, and I really wish I could stay longer, but I've got this call in 4 minutes. 3 minutes. I'm going to have to make it quick. Oh, this is terrible. So I'm gonna read through your comments after this, and maybe I'll make a video based on some of the questions in the comments later today. So Aja, your PTSD is disabling you right now. I absolutely understand. We go through these phases where we feel stuck. We feel like we can't even get up out of the bed, or we can't get out of the house, and we don't want to take a shower. We don't want to get dressed. We feel like that. We don't want to see people or talk to people. Now, I don't think this is absolutely abnormal in this situation. You divorced your narc in July. That was just last month. And you guys were together 7 years. That's a really long time. And in the grand scheme of things, the excitement of freedom is now replaced by this. This is normal. So you go through these phases. They're ups and downs, kind of like grieving. You kind of grieve a divorce from a narcissist or anyone, very much like you grieve a death. So you have to realize, you may have, initially you went through what you went through. Now you may be going through the depression phase. One of the things that you could do is work toward stopping the thoughts about the narcissist for a period of time. So do the intentional thought management thing. Remember to focus on what you want and not what you don't want, and keep your chin up. I'm really sorry, you guys. I really have to go, and I see so many comments I want to respond to, and I'm not able to right now because I can't miss this call for this client. But if you guys would please feel free to continue chatting until the chat closes down, because you know YouTube closes it after a while. And like I said, I'll keep this page and I'll make sure that I come back and look at these. And if I can, I'll answer some of these questions in a video later today. I'll be here tomorrow at my usual time, and I'll spend more time here with you than I did today. I'm really sorry about this. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and thanks so much for understanding, and I will see you tomorrow. Hugs, love, and peace to each of you today. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you for being a part of my life and letting me be a part of yours. It just really means so much to me. I'll see you soon.